really know what to look for in a social cause until it crosses your path. You can use all the words that you want to describe what you're looking for, but at the end of the day, when you find the right one at the right point in your life, you'll know. So the dude was actively trying to find a social movement to be a part of. It's not like his concerns and the things he was passionate about just like fell in line with feminism. No, he was looking for a movement. Just the fact that I've been screeching about feminism on YouTube longer than this man has been a feminist is so funny to me. So yeah, basically Matt became the final boss of feminism after seeing Emma Watson's speech and getting a heart boner. And he does not let you forget that.
I watched this Emma Watson speech that she did to the UN.
Oh yeah.
And she said, if not me, who, and if not now, when? And that really struck a chord with me.
There, I ended up watching Emma Watson's UN speech and, like, crying.
Since following this fascinating specimen, I have just enjoyed waking up every single morning and seeing various nuclear takes retweeted and tweeted onto my timeline, such as, when your friend cancels cause she's having lady problems, but you a feminist and know there are a lot of lady problems. I've just been in bed all day. Lady problems. Oh bummer. Like the wage gap? Oh! Hello woman, the wage gap, am I right? I understand your struggles. I watched Emma Watson's speech 2 days ago. I don't like my women how I like my coffee, because women are not inanimate objects that exist solely for my consumption. Oh no! It's Officer Matt McGorry, the joke police, here to take a shitty dad joke literally and twist it into some desperate virtue signal. I like my women how I like my coffee, with infinite variations of size, color, and dollar value, because none of these determines its right to be loved. He doesn't care if you're fat, skinny, black, white, brown, poor, rich, not his type, or a terrible person. You have the right to be loved. He is here for you. Matt McGorry will physically sneak into your window, throw a bunch of roses all over the bed, and make sweet, tender love to your asshole all night, because that is your right. The fuck does that even mean? The man has single-handedly mastered the art of trying too hard. This is honestly the most entry-level feminism ever, and we're not even to the worst of it. Last Valentine's Day, Matt McGorry posted something to his Twitter that was so bad, so juicy, so just that I was going to make it its own video. It was the epitome of all the basic-ass feminist talking points shoved into one convenient little story. You could probably make a bingo card of all the feminist rhetoric and win bingo like 3 times. Dudes, here's a great, free, last-minute Valentine's Day gift for the woman in your life. Embrace feminism. Hey honey, I totally forgot to get you a Valentine's Day present this year, but, surprise, I'm a feminist. I just love how he's framing feminism as like a gift to women. He is blessing these women by being a feminist. Is this special lady a feminist? Why aren't you? It literally means supporting the social, political, and economic equality of the genders. Hey, you know what also is that? Being a decent-ass human being. No ideology required. If you refuse to call yourself a feminist but say you support these things, think on that. See? Fucking see? Every single time! It's not about the actual things that you support or what you say or what you do, it's about the label. It's not enough to be a feminist, you have to call yourself a feminist or else it doesn't count. So instead of calling yourself a humanist in response to feminism, realize that there is already a word for supporting gender equality in the dictionary that nearly every person on the front lines in this battle is comfortable using. Matthew, sweetie, feminist, did not invent the concept of equality. Humanism has been around for way longer than feminism has anyway. Think about the fact that your discomfort with the word likely has more to do with the misconceptions of what you think it means, and that it has femme in it. Something that most men have been taught to avoid at all costs. Listen, Matt, I know you just started learning about feminism last Thursday, but maybe you should look into the other branches of it, because a lot of them don't want you in there. They hate you. You are the oppressor. And my discomfort with the word doesn't come from the femme part, it comes from the ism part. Let's understand that the basis of nearly all language is male-dominant. Human, mankind, history. History? Really? Stretch before you reach, sir. This is like an argument a 13-year-old girl on Tumblr would make, but instead, it's a 30-ass-year-old man. There's actual reason behind why those words are that way, and usually it's because a lot of them stem from Latin. It's not some fucking patriarchal conspiracy. Unlike feminism with their mansplaining and man-spreading and man-terrupting, that shit is purposely gendered. It's not a coincidence that women still earn far less than men for the same jobs.
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working full-time. It does not count for different job positions, hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job. It has nothing to do with
That 1 in 5 women are raped. Stop! 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 That statistic is completely out of context. You could not just throw that grenade in there and leave. He didn't even mention the college campuses. This is straight up like 1 in 5 women get raped, y'all. Holy shit! And it's not even 1 in 5 on campuses. Oh my god, do I need a 1 in 5 button? Do I really? Is that where we are? Women deserve partners who are engaged in this battle and committed to better understanding their perspectives. Happy Valentine's Day. Love, Matt McGorry. Blech, shut up. Nobody listen to this. Just give your partner regular flowers and chocolate like a normal human being, please. Do not listen to this terrible advice. Do not give the gift of feminism to your partner, please. Matt McGorry designed the greatest feminist t-shirt ever. I'm not a feminist because A, I don't understand that it just means believing in gender equality. B, I'm an asshole. When I was designing the shirt, I tried to imagine what I would have needed to hear a year ago to flip the switch and make me think about feminism differently. So basically you just needed to know that feminism owns the concept of equality, and if you're not a feminist, you're an asshole. Hey Matt McGorry, if you don't send me $50,000 right now, you're an asshole. Now, as cringeworthy as the shirt is, the profits actually went to help a women's health organization, so can't be too mad at him for it. But this next thing, however, I don't even. Who needs bravado when you've got vulnerability? Being a real man is being true to yourself. Axe. Hashtag find your magic. Deadass posted a picture of him crying in a sponsored tweet about Axe body spray. Now, this is one of the few feminist points I actually agree with. I think it's kind of bullshit that men are taught not to cry and not to show their emotions. Told to man up or told that their male tears are delicious. This, combined with other factors, is ultimately why the male suicide rate is so high. But our main man Matt here is using that to sell Axe body spray, and that is just hilarious to me. Now here's the question. Was he actually crying before he took the picture and then just snapped the photo? Or did he cry specifically for this tweet? I went to see Matt McGorry talk about toxic masculinity and left with a tote full of Axe products. I would have loved to see that live. I imagine it would go something like this.
As you can see here, as the women increase, so does my respect. Okay, I have some Axe.
Look at this. Just laying here, shirtless, reading about racism. Is this totally not the male feminist equivalent of a gamer girl sucking on a PlayStation controller? There's always something so sketchy and weird about these allies that claim that all men and all white people are just terrible. They're constantly showing their virtue about how totally not rapey they are. Projection, overcompensations, why act like such a loud badass on the internet, but in reality, I'm a friggin' pussy. Now, I'm not stating that Matt is just a male feminist to get laid or he's covering up something. I actually don't find it that hard to believe that he's naturally this cringeworthy with no ulterior motive. I just find it funny how he puts himself on this pedestal, this holier-than-all-men pedestal, even feminist men. Men are terrible. Not me, though. Men use feminism to get laid. Not me, though. All men rape women. Not me, though. All men chop off their ex-girlfriend's fingers and keep them in a jar. Not me, though. This dude tries so hard to prove that he's a decent human being, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we find several severed heads in his freezer. For fuck's sake, the man has a uterus tattoo. A uterus tattoo. Where are the bodies, Matthew? Despite what almost every mainstream feminist publication wants you to believe, lots of feminists don't like Matt McGorry. Apparently the dude has a reputation of blocking any feminist that even lightly criticizes him. There are also many articles written by feminists telling Matt McGorry to take several seats. Even the Huffington Post wrote an article called Matt McGorry and the Woke Bay Complex. Ouch. It's almost like feminists are smart enough to see how shallow Matt McGorry's feminism really is. That or this is just the natural product of a man trying to get into intersectional feminism. Matt, again, why bother? They don't want you. Is Matt McGorry a virtue-signaling, try-hard lolcow with little to no self-awareness? Yes. Is he a terrible person? No. Ultimately, he's not advocating for violence, he doesn't want to take people's rights away, and he really doesn't